Okay, welcome to another episode of the Lucid Show. I am Keenan, aka OVO Giant, and with me I have
Dylan Wannenberg, let's go. Let's get ready. Let's get straight into it.
yes.
But before we do, we have to introduce a new family member.
Oh yes. We got a special guest, part of the family.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Go follow him on Instagram.
wherever we go, he will go as well.
Beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Walkie.
Lekker bokkie, man.
Are you excited? Yes. We're still hungover from the weekend.
Let bokkie chill. Let bokkie chill. Rest, bokkie, rest.
Yeah.
You've had a good weekend. So yeah, a lot to get into. We're gonna start off with the England game.
Oh, so much.
But before we get there, there's some business that we have to handle.
Yeah.
Dylan lost the bet this weekend, so he gets a strap.
Okay.
So just for some context, right?
You made it already.
Yeah, I sorted it out already. This is possibly the worst whiskey that I've ever tasted in my life.
Brad, that's hectic.
That's
like 4 shots.
It is lukewarm. It is. You can smell it. You can smell it. It's not great at all.
I actually thought you forgot. I'm not gonna lie.
But in celebration of your birthday, in celebration of your birthday and the fact that you lost like a champ, well done. Let's go.
Well done. Firstly, you got it right. I was very close when it was 31-21 and
He was like, yes,
74th minute. I'm like, please. Okay.
Take it like
a
a
lot
champ.
though.
Oh no,
Can I sip on it during the show?
my sriracha and whatever else
Can I
you
sip
go
on it
with.
during the show?
Just give me one big one, just a decent one that will satisfy me.
I'm not a whiskey guy. I'm a brandy guy. Shout out Clippies.
That's why I
Sponsor
see you more with a strap. Oh, that's good. I'm not mad at that. What a champ! What an absolute champ! Well done. Nah, I must give you applause for that. Even Boki will give you applause. That will get the engine going, eh?
Let's go straight into it.
Okay, Boka, 45-21. Listen, I spoke to Drake last night. He sent me a message. He was like, he's remixing Burning Bridges. It's like, was Henry Pollock on the field? No, where's he at? Where's he at? Where is he? They're still looking for him at Ellis Park. They said that Henry Pollock's, what do you call it, uniform or match fit is still as white as snow. After
His match kit.
his match kit is still white as snow. What happened to the boy, the star boy?
Firstly, I blame the coach. In a game like this, where the whole country is talking about this guy and your own country is supporting this guy and wanting him to mess up the Springboks, be honest, as a coach, if you were coaching England, would you not start him?
100%, especially with the way that England played yesterday.
And then again, if you're not starting him, you have to give him a whole half.
100%.
You can't give him 20 minutes. What's he going to do? I think it was less than 20 minutes.
That second 20 minutes that England had where they got their, a bit of their
Yeah.
fire back, I think that would have been perfect for Henry Pollock.
Come on.
Yeah.
And just
In the first half. Yeah.
Oh, in the first half.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
definitely. Oh, yeah, when they came back.
Yes.
Imagine, like, you would have, like,
You would have
you would
flourished.
have thrived in
Yeah,
that
yeah.
environment.
I'll give them that.
So, yeah, he wasn't there as a Henry Pollock fan. Unfortunately, he didn't produce and show you guys what he actually does. But we will be playing England again sometime again when I feel like he will have enough um, backing by the coach and he'll be a regular starter. I mean, Kari didn't do too bad, but I feel like Pollock, I know Pepper came on for Kari, I think.
Yeah.
But when he came
Pepper
on,
got a yellow card.
yes, but like everything wasn't going for England. But anyway,
Yeah.
Henry Pollock, um, you guys silenced him.
I think he did. I think he did what he's intending to do, which is to create some excitement around the game. He is still a superstar. I'm not going to take that away from him. It's just he got completely nullified yesterday. I thought a good way for us to summarize the game, because obviously we haven't got all night, to give 3 takeaways from the
Still burning.
still heated. To give 3 takeaways from the game. So I'll go first, and then you can add on from there.
Okay.
The first thing that I thought of was the lineouts. Now I don't know if you remember, but from the URC final the Blue Bulls lineouts didn't really go that well. It
Mm.
only went better once Ruan Norkia started calling on himself.
Mm.
And there were two key moments in that second half, or the first half, but the second part of the first half, where the Springboks still had opportunities to score more tries, but there was lineouts that were misthrown or miscalled, whatever the case may be. And I think that is something that we're going to have to sort out urgently, very, very
True.
urgently, because we're not going to get that many chances against the likes of New Zealand,
No,
France,
definitely
Ireland.
not. And but do you think on that note, like, do you think it's because of the change that we had, like it's a bit out, Peter Steph in?
Could be. That's a good point. Definitely, I do think so. But Ruan Nokia for me is a very good lineup jumper. He's light, he's electric off the ground, he's very fast. Malcolm Marks and him need to work out what's going on there because they talk about in rugby about coach killers,
Mm.
and that's a coach killer. When you have so much momentum and you don't secure your lineouts, a brilliant attacking platform for the Springboks,
Mm.
both from Mauls and for the backline,
Yeah.
I think it can create a problem.
Mm.
The second thing I've realized from yesterday's game and that I'm going to make peace with going forward is the fact that we are not going to dominate 80 minutes of rugby. It's not going to happen.
Mm.
I don't see that happening. But what I do want to commend the Bokke on is the way they defended for large parts of that 20 minutes. Yes, England came back, they scored 2 tries, but for large parts of that second half of the first half, the Bokke defended extremely well.
Yeah.
Then my
Because that's
last
when they were
thing,
coming back for us.
yeah,
Mm.
my last thing, I never ever want to see Peter Steph the Toy play at lock again.
You think so?
Nah, not again.
Uh,
And it's not that he played bad. Listen, I'm a Peter Steph the
mm.
Toy fan. I
Mm.
think he can play at fly off.
Yeah.
Like that's how much of a fan I am. But in terms of what he's really good at, that lock position sort of nullifies a lot of the freedom and the roaming ability he
Okay, I
has
get you. I
on
get you.
flank.
Yeah.
And he didn't, unfortunately for me, make the meters on the ball carries.
Mm.
I think the English were targeting him. English were very good in defense for a lot of parts of the game, but especially in the tight, they
Mm.
were very, very good. So I just don't think that Peter Steph should be in the lock-in position
Mm.
again. We have Ruben van Heerden, we have Ruan Norkia. I know Rassie said it was out of necessity, but you have guys that have made it to the Springbok squad that are specialist locks, and then you
And
can
I think
give
Ruben van Heerden would have had a great game. Honestly, I think
100%,
he would have taken his opportunity,
100%.
especially against the English.
But all in all, brilliant performance by the Bokke.
Yeah.
I was very happy with. Wasn't really happy with that second half of the first half, but other than that, brilliant, brilliant performance.
My three, I'm gonna base it more on you, way more about the team. I'm gonna go. Let's base mine on the players.
Yeah, yeah, I like that.
First one, Paul the Steeler Villiers.
But he didn't get
What
a
a guy!
steal.
The first one he stole. The first touch of the game, he stole the ball.
Did he?
Yes.
Oh no! Well done then.
The
Because
first one he stole.
he said in the interview because they commended him on stealing the ball, and he's like, "No, I didn't. I didn't steal
No,
it."
Pete, I swear he stole the first ball.
Okay, guys, let us know.
Yeah,
Did Paul
no,
de
we
Villiers
did
steal it or
we did
not?
VAR on that.
VAR. But yeah,
Oh, so you said he didn't steal it?
yeah, you said no, he
Because I
didn't.
even heard the commentator say Paul de Villiers.
Mm,
Anyway, but massive show from him.
yeah.
I saw one of the interviews where they spoke to him and he said like, do you think it's better that they just threw him in just before the game?
Mm,
Because like he wasn't nervous. Like imagine he knew in the week already the Monday.
mm.
Mm.
Okay, your three.
Okay, first one, Paul the Steeler Villiers. My guy.
Yes,
He
we
wanted
called
it.
it. We
Yeah.
said
You
Boyke
actually
deserves.
called it more than me.
Boyke deserves his
Yeah.
shot.
No, well done to Paul de Villiers. Great game. I was watching the interview with him and he said like he wasn't as nervous as he thought he would be. Like imagine he found out the Monday he's playing on Saturday.
Oh yeah, whole week you can't sleep.
Yeah, so he said it was actually better that he found out on Saturday that he's going to be playing just before the match. So credit to him, like he did more than I expected.
Defensively, he stood up very,
Was
very strong.
everywhere on the pitch.
Yes.
He really reminds me of a Heinrich Brousseau.
Yes. Oh yes, definitely.
And like for example, like no one gives Heinrich Brousseau such a lot of credit, but he's a similar type of player. And I think Paul de Villiers will actually give like these stealers in the game
Mm.
more of a name, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
So well done to Paul de Villiers. Um, third person, second person, I'll say is, let me think, Grant Williams.
Yeah, brilliant.
Very good game. I
Brilliant.
think he managed the game very well. He was fast, the speed, the ball that he was giving to Mane. Um, Shout out to Mane, but I mean, I expected a bit more from Mane.
Yeah.
Not the best game he's had, but I think he has to get into it again.
Yes.
Because I feel like he's the only flower we have at the moment until Sasha's done.
I do think it's a bit of him getting used to the
Yes.
environment again. Japanese rugby and this level is
Mm.
two totally different things.
Yeah.
So I think it was a good outing for him, but
Yeah.
he hopefully will
But I
get
think
better.
he always performs well against Scotland. So
Yeah,
hopefully
that's
in
his
Scotland,
team.
yeah, Scotland, the no looker. I'll never forget.
Brilliant. And then take off.
Yeah. So well done to Grant Williams, and then the guy I thought deserved man of the match. He didn't get it, unfortunately, but well done to Damien Delendi, got man of the match, by the
No,
way.
but they made a mistake.
Did they? Did they?
They got the wrong Damien.
Oh, wow.
People called it. It
Yeah.
was the wrong Damien. There was some communication mishap.
Oh, okay. I didn't watch the
But
highlights.
everyone thought the same thing
Yeah.
that you thought.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't give this guy a lot of credit, even when he plays for the Stormers. I think for his 50th Test match, wow, what a game! Catching the high balls, kicking up and under,
Yeah.
chipping over, tackling on defense. I think they were going to score another try, and he tackled the guy from behind. I think
Yeah.
it was Freddie Stewart or someone. No, not Stewart, Freeman.
Mm.
Tackled him as well. So
A 22-22?
yes,
A 22-22, not a 50-22,
yeah.
a 22-22.
And you know, he was like on the line, eh? You see, it was
Yeah.
almost like a banana kick. Yeah.
It's out of this world. I was saying to someone, we were
And he
talking
was
about
under
the game,
pressure.
and he was under pressure. We were talking about the game, and I was like, Damien Willemse was literally playing PlayStation last
Yeah.
night.
No.
Like that's what it looked like.
Yeah. No.
Confidence on an all-time high.
I don't think I give him enough credit. I don't give him that much credit for the Stormers again, but he really, really performed well on Saturday. And good to see you won man of the match because I felt like he deserved it. And
Yes,
when I saw Damien
100%.
Delaney, I was like, Dukes played well, but better than Willemse.
My mom actually asked, "What did Damien do last night?" But no, a brilliant performance by Jesse as well.
Yeah.
Jesse proved me wrong last night with that performance. I was very critical of him after the Barbarians game, but he had a brilliant game yesterday. He was fast, he was electric, scored a couple of tries, one try, I think. And then Damien Delende also obviously a massive problem for the opposition. Like you said, that ball carries is significant. It pulls in a lot of defenders. It breaks apart your defensive structures. So
yeah,
credit to Doogie for that.
And the people that came from the bench, first one definitely Zach. Did you see Zach's run?
Yo,
Did you see Zach's run?
I thought Ox's listen. Big shout out to Ox typical prop to make a big run like that and say, sub me off. I'm done for the day. I'm done for the day.
I thought he was going to make it.
They're brilliant by Ox. But Zachary, I did not know that Zachary had that in his locker.
But I told you this. I told everyone this.
For you to break through and have two English players run into each other.
Yeah.
That's next level strength.
That reminded me of Schoolboy when he was at Schoolboy. He was the best prop produced in Schoolboy level, I promise you. If you watch Zach's highlights from school, you'll be like, that's how we played. Like, when he ran over the guys on Saturday, that's exactly what he would do every Saturday for Wynberg boys. When Zach gets the ball, he runs over people. And it's funny because he's not even that big, like prop.
Yeah. I've seen him.
He's strong.
Yes. Low center of gravity. It's a proper unit. It's a block.
I think that's why Rashi trusts him so much because you know what these props go through training with Dan. No? Is it Dan?
Dan, yeah.
Dan. The stuff that they do with him
in scrumming.
Like, they said you're on a different planet.
When you
the
get
fact
out
that
of that
Zach
scrum.
can do that and Rashi trusts him to even be on the bench against England, which is actually a very good match.
100%.
Like, and then to produce what he did on Saturday, wow, credit to you, my brother.
Well done,
my
Zach.
brother.
You called out Heinrich Rousseau. That was like shades of Beast and Tower Rita for me.
Yeah.
yesterday
Yeah.
when I saw his legs
Yeah.
going like that, I was like, that was a throwback.
Mm.
Um,
Hanekom,
a bit quiet. I could see he tried.
he did try.
He
Him
tried
and Ben Jason
his
Dixon.
normal breaks that he does for the Blue Bulls, where he fights through the
Yeah.
tackles and
And
stuff like
Ben
that.
Jason Dixon.
Ben Jason Dixon, also apologies from me. I will apologize when I need to
Yeah.
apologize to a player. But he had a very good game when he came on yesterday. Also last minute, so
Mm.
you have to give a player credit
Yeah.
for that.
Kobus Reinach, very quiet.
Yeah,
Andre Esterhuizen got a knock. I think. I hope he's okay.
yeah, it didn't look good. He didn't look good
Yeah.
at all. I don't think he's going to be in for the next.
And
Gerard
Mosley.
Steenkamp, I wasn't very happy with.
Really?
His hands, like, terrible,
Mm.
terrible. Like, there's no way that you should be running on a ball like that and knock it on. Again, one of those coach
Oh yes,
killers.
yes, 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 yes.
Those coach killers that we have, it's unacceptable. The late emission of Sia and Eben means it sounds like they're not going to be available against Scotland.
Mm.
Sounds
So
like it.
before we speak about the other teams, do you think we should do a squad announcement?
Yes, let's go.
Okay. Mine, or do you want to go first?
Let's go front row, front row.
Okay. Mine, although you said he's not that good, didn't have such a good game. I would say Steenkamp to start with
Mm,
Malcolm Marks and Thomas du Toit. Thomas du Toit got bounced, by the way, did you see?
I
By
saw.
Genge. It was embarrassing.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like, how do you bounce the jet train Thomas du Toit?
Nah, that
But
was
Genji is
wild.
good, I'll give that to him.
He is. I told you he
Genji,
was going
yeah,
to score
nah,
a try. I said
yeah.
he's going to score.
Genji, sometimes it's cocky, but I love it. It's almost like that Pollock rubs off on him. Anyway, Steenkamp, Marks and du Toit. Yours?
I would go for Carlos Sardi. I would go for Carlos Sardi and then also Malcolm and Thomas again.
Okay. Marks and du
Yeah,
Toit, no?
yeah.
I'm gonna go with Itzebeth and Nokia only because I feel like Itzebeth really needs to play rugby. He needs the minutes behind his belt.
Mm,
Even though he has over 100,000, 600 million caps for the box,
mm,
he needs some game time just before New Zealand.
definitely.
So if it's not this week, it has to be against Wales.
Yeah,
And you said it was a hamstring injury, eh?
I think so. It's a
Yeah.
hamstring.
So if it's not against Scotland, it must be against Wales. So I'm gonna say this week he's coming back. I'm gonna say Itzebeth and Nokia.
I'm gonna go Ruben van Heerden and Nokia.
Okay.
I don't think Evan's
I'd
gonna
love to
be
see that
ready.
though.
Yeah, that
I'd
would
love
be
to see
good.
it. I'm gonna go Paul de Villiers again at
Mm,
6,
mm.
Peter Steph to 2 at 7,
Yes,
and Jasper Visa at 8.
I agree with you on those.
All three the same.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna go Grant Williams, Manuel Lebok, Curtly Ardenson, Damien Delaney, Jesse Creel, Colby, and Willem Sir. Same.
Wait. Go again with your scrum offs.
Williams,
Yes,
Lebok,
yeah.
Ardenson, Delaney, Creel, Colby, Willem Sir. Same backline.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to do the same?
Yeah, I don't see Rassie playing Ambrose against Scotland. I think because
Maybe Wales. I
Scotland,
think Wales will be a lot of
yes,
changes.
Wales definitely,
Yeah.
but not Scotland. The fact that we got off to such a good start,
Mm,
like you said,
mm.
to the Nations Championship, the rest of the Southern Hemisphere sides was all the other sides as well. I mean, the Ireland Australia game quite close, New Zealand France quite close. I think Rassie, the winning mentality is
Yeah.
he's gonna want to go
And
full
I mean,
out
Scotland didn't do
against
too bad
Scotland.
against Argentina. They beat them,
They
and
beat them
Argentina,
away,
yeah, Argentina is difficult to beat away.
definitely.
But we'll get back into that. So same line, same back line.
Same backline, yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Bomb squad to come on. I said Jan Hendrik Wessels. And then my guy Chunu
Oh
needs
yes,
to play
I would
this
like to see
weekend.
him Bruno come.
He has to play this weekend. So I'm saying Ox is out this weekend. I just think because of
Yeah,
some
he's
injury.
definitely out. I think it
Ox
looks
out
serious.
and Chunu in, and then Volker Low maybe. Oh, sorry, no, sorry, not Volker Low. Zach again.
Yeah,
Zach,
definitely Zach
Zach,
again.
Zach again. Then I went for Hanekom, Van Staden. Go.
I would go Ben Jason again. I think
Okay.
that there's something there now, based on
Mm,
what I saw. And to cover the locks as well, I would
okay.
go Ben Jason Dixon. Then I would go. So I'm similar to you with the front row,
Mm.
the
So it's
bomb squad
Vessel,
replacement.
Chunu, and Zach.
Yes.
Okay.
Um,
Number 19 is
Ben
Ben
Jason
Jason
Dixon
Dixon.
for me, yeah. I would then go Vincent Chichuka. I think Rassi wants to see him.
Mm.
He spoke about him in one of the press conferences, so I think Vincent Chichuka might come in. And then on the bench for the back line, so that's 20, so 20, 21, 22, 23.
Yeah,
I
so wait,
think
I'm
we'll
gonna
go
go with
a 6-2
I'm
split,
yes.
right?
So
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
go with
Marco van Staden
Van
also.
Staden, Ben Jason Dixon, Hanekom. Yeah, that's 21 till 21. And I'm gonna go Reinach and Moody.
Mm, yeah, I don't see him. It's sad because I want him so badly to play some of the
Papier.
other guys, Papi,
Yeah, I wanna see Papier.
especially. But I think he's going to play him against Wales.
Mm,
I think this one he's going to go for continuity.
mm.
The guys,
Just for them to gel a bit more.
yes,
One
I
more game
agree.
because think about it, it's Wales, Argentina, straight into New Zealand.
Yeah, you actually convinced me. I was very dead set, not just you, but people in the comments as well. I was dead set on giving other guys a chance, but it's also important for us to build a game plan together
Mm.
with the starting 15 or the starting 23 that Rassi has earmarked as his guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, very important. Scotland,
What do you think?
I am torn between a 5 point win by the Bokke and maybe that Argentinian game taking too much out of Scotland, the
Mm.
traveling, all of
Mm.
that sort of stuff. Where are they playing?
Yes,
Loftus.
Loftus.
Ah, yeah. I'm gonna go box by 15.
Okay.
15.
I'm gonna go box by 25.
No, I like
I
that.
think we pump in Scotland, to be honest with you. I watched them on Saturday. I never had Finn Russell. They don't have Finn Russell. So I think
Hmm.
they pump.
But how did they beat Argentina though? I need to watch that game.
Now Argentina came back in the end. So like if I think there was another 5 to 10 minutes, Argentina would have won the game. Like they had no more stamina left, and I think that's where the box will capitalize.
Yeah.
Like your Jesse Creels in them, who have more energy, that's going to score in the wings and they're going to score tries. I think box by 25 points, especially what I saw on the weekend against England. Um,
Yeah, we're very good.
yeah,
I don't think we realize how good we are.
yeah. But I like to keep it like that. We
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
keep it like
yeah,
that.
yeah. To stay,
Yeah,
keep our feet on
yeah.
the ground and just
Until
keep on.
until we beat all the New Zealand teams, France and Ireland, I'm happy.
I will also, I think we need to call this the backtrack
Yeah,
episode
yeah.
because if we continue the way we're continuing, I think we give the All Blacks 4-0.
We can change it up. Let's see after Argentina.
I really, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
But also, again, credit to the box. I spoke previously about last year, what happened against Australia. The fact that something similar happened
Mm.
last night again, where England started to gain a bit of momentum before the halftime break, and then for the box to just kick on after that
Yeah,
shows a different type of
definitely,
mentality. Different type of
definitely.
mentality. So credit to Rassi and the boys for that.
Yeah.
Anything else from the game that you'd like to highlight?
Mm, I think we covered most of it.
Yeah.
I just like to like. I think after Scotland's game, we would realize where Rassie stands with a few players. That is the most important thing this week. I want to see what is he doing, what is he changing, is he keeping the same team or what? You
Mm,
know, like is he gonna do this again? He's gonna go with the starting lineup to see against Scotland so that he can practice with this team
yeah.
to see how they're gonna play against New Zealand. Because right now we would start with this team against New Zealand,
Mm,
don't you think?
definitely.
We would.
100%.
We would start with this team, the one that he chose to actually start with Itzbeth and Kulisi in. So I
Here's here's a question. What is our game plan at the moment? Remember we said we have to evolve and all of that
yeah,
sort of stuff. My takeaway from last night's game is that we still play in the territory game.
definitely, 100%. We still play the territory game.
Still territory
Yeah,
kicking.
yeah. And
Choose.
I don't think that will change that much because of the way we can finish. I think we finish very well. So
Mm,
if we in their territory, and we in their 22, we needed more. I think we'll finish it.
yes,
I think
yes.
any team will finish.
We showed that
Yeah,
conversion in the
yeah.
22 was very good
So
last night. Yeah, yeah.
I think that will be our DNA to always do that,
Yes.
but add a few things. Like remember the one year we used to kick a lot, up and unders,
Mm.
Faf used to box kick all the time. I don't think we kick box kick that much, but
The,
like I think it was more Willems getting the up and unders, catching it. That was good.
can I just say, I would like to make one technical, me
Mm,
giving Rassi advice.
mm,
I would like one technical change, which is I don't think that Kirtley and Cheslin are bad in the air. What I do think we need to get better at is having those backup runners. Because what the English and these other Northern Hemisphere sides do, that guy going up is not going to go catch the ball. He's
Mm,
not there to try and catch the
mm.
ball. All he's trying to do is to
Disrupt.
hit the ball back
Yeah,
to his team.
yeah.
So I think that support runners off of Cheslin and Kirtley needs to
Mm.
be better.
Yeah,
Those
we
guys
can't
need
keep
to be.
relying on they're actually gonna
Oh,
catch it, even though they're so good that they will. But it happens like on
it
Saturday.
happened last night. Like you could see, I just needed someone to be a bit more awake, a bit more switched on for them to
100%.
capitalize on that. And that's normally Peter Steph
Yeah,
on the flank.
true.
Um, the other games, All Blacks, France, absolute cracker,
What a game! Game of the
cracker.
weekend was that game.
Yeah, I have
Game
to
of the
give it
weekend.
to
The
one hundred
tries that
percent.
were scored were unbelievable. Actually, it's actually between Argentina and Ireland and New Zealand was France.
Argentina and Scotland.
No, Argentina and Ireland on Saturday.
No,
If
Ireland played Wales. I
Ireland,
mean, Ireland played Australia.
yes.
Sorry.
So Australia and Ireland
Yeah, yeah.
between New Zealand and France. It's
Oh,
between those two
those two.
games of
Okay,
the
cool, cool.
game of the weekend.
Yeah, that
Um,
Ireland Australia game also brilliant.
look, I think New Zealand were good, but I feel like they could have put more points on them. I feel like they could have given France a bit more, but also getting to France, I never had. I read articles the week before we filmed, and they said that Intermark and Dupont will be back, but they didn't play. I think if they had them, All Blacks should have lost. So that's why I'm saying All Blacks should have put more points on them.
Can I tell you something that I picked up from that game? If France had a fitter forward pack, they would have won that game.
True.
Because France's backline, if they can make something happen
From
by
nothing. Yeah,
themselves.
yeah, yeah.
But the problem with France is their pack tired in that second
Mm,
half, whereas New Zealand's pack just maintained that same level.
mm,
And I think that's what everyone has noticed about France.
true.
Their pack, if you get their pack moving up and down the field, they tire out. But that back line is so good.
Yeah,
Like even their backup, because that's not their starting
yeah,
back line.
true.
But even those guys, their centers work
Yeah,
extremely hard. They
they're good.
fly off, gets things going.
That's why I'm worried for France. Like France and Ireland. After watching Ireland and Saturday, I'm like,
Nah, I
nah.
told you, eh?
I'm like, you did
I
say, you
told
did
you.
call it, yeah.
I told you.
I was like, what?
Nah.
Like, how is this? Like, I feel like if you just put the Leinster team in, they would have performed better.
Yeah.
Like, Leinster play very, very good rugby. And when I watched Ireland play on Saturday, I'm like, what?
They
Like,
haven't
Australia is
evolved.
actually getting a chance. And you
Yeah.
can see what I tell you about Australia, though. Even though you called Australia,
Mm.
you were telling me, yeah, they're lower ranked. But
Whoa, whoa,
Australia,
whoa.
Australia, I'm telling you, I love Australian rugby. The way they play rugby, I promise you, they're going to be one of the best soon.
It's a similar thing for me, though, right? Similar to France. They haven't got the pack for it.
I think they're building on that. That's why they're building on the back. They don't have like, fortunately enough, South Africa and France. I mean, well, sorry, South Africa and New Zealand
Mm.
have the packs, they have the players, they have the depth.
Mm.
But those other countries don't have the depth, like
Yeah.
proper depth. You
No,
know,
for sure.
they might have big players, that doesn't mean they're good.
Yeah. But again, a lot of exciting rugby. That was a beautiful morning of rugby. Like we were spoiled.
I think it's 3-3 now, eh?
Yeah, it's 3-3.
3-all.
What did I say about
To the south
Wales
and the
also?
north. Yeah,
Yeah,
but I wanted Fiji to win.
yeah.
I
No,
mean,
everyone always wants Fiji
we
to win.
need to start back in the south.
Nah, true,
We
true,
need
true.
this. I thought if Australia had to win, it would have been in the lead 4-3, 4-2.
That to me, I don't know what you think, but that to me wasn't that difficult of a kick. For him to miss that kick, I think the
And that's
pressure.
your player usually
The-
if he starts.
Yes, I know. And I was like, damn, I called
I was
this
like,
guy.
if you got it over, you called it.
Yo, but
Yeah.
I think it's the pressure that got him. He came
But
on.
no, but it's also stupid because you know what? We're gonna end soon after this. It's not a too long video. Okay. The captain, Harry, what's his surname?
Harry.
The eighth man,
Yes, yes, yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Harry Wilson
Wilson.
is the captain of Australia, right? Last year against, I think it is British Irish Lions. Did they play them last year?
Yes, yes, yes.
Did they?
It was last year. The tour
Okay,
to
I'm back
Australia.
in yours. But he didn't want to go for poles. He rejected the penalty to go for the line. He went for the line and they scored and they won the game. Right? On Saturday, they call for polls after Donaldson missed the kick. Before that, he missed it after they scored a try, he missed the kick.
Bad captaincy.
Like, what the hell,
Bad
bruh?
captaincy.
You literally did it against British Irish Lions. Now you don't want to do it against Ireland. Just go for touching, back yourselves like you did. That's why I like Gary Wilson when he did that. I was like, nah, this guy, proper captain, proper leader. He has faith in his team. But on Saturday, it's almost like he never had faith that they would actually win.
100%.
So that was a bit poor from each side.
But they'll learn from it, and I think they will get better.
Yeah.
Right, quickly into round 2. New Zealand, Italy. Let's go. Quick fires.
New Zealand by
By 40.
50.
Australia, France.
France by 10.
I thought you said Australia's on the come up.
Nah,
Like not ready yet.
France by 10.
France by 15.
Okay.
Japan, Ireland by 20.
Ireland by 5.
Fiji, England by 20.
Fiji by 2.
Sure, big call. South Africa, Scotland. I said South Africa by 15.
I say 25.
Argentina, Wales.
Argentina by 30.
Argentina by 20.
Yeah. Guys, we will tell you on Thursday this week we're actually going to a place. I'm going to find a nice location for you guys. Sorry, it was my birthday weekend.
Happy birthday to the man.
Whatever. So this weekend we're all going to go to a nice location.
Yeah.
We will see you guys. We'll
Stick out.
look at our socials. Follow Bocky ZA_ZA.
Yeah.
Follow the Loose End Show. Guys, we'll be revealing where we're going to watch the game on Saturday. I'm thinking of a nice location, something different to like these pubs and stuff. I love the pubs, but we need something different. So I'm going to look this week very hard to see where we can book and go and see and interview you guys. That's me, Dylan Wandenberg.
Keenan, aka OVO Giant, and we are.
Come on, let's go.